biblioteka u Dandenongu. Danas je otvaranje Bosansko-Hercegovačke, Bošnjačke biblioteke pri biblioteci u Dandenongu, Viktorija. Ekipa sa bošnjačkog TV kanala 31 je snimila ovaj događaj i evo što smo zabilježili. Tu su zvanice, predstavnici iz Viktorijanskog parlamenta, Natali Sulejman i Inga Peulić, gradonačelnik grada Dandenonga Jim Memeti i također publika, većinom bosansko-hercegovačke bošnjačke pripadnosti.
On display, and later on my band and myself will do library tours with you, so we can take you to see where the books live in Dandenong. Remembering that you can borrow from Dandenong and Springvale and take your books back to a number of different library services. So this is the informal welcome. Welcome to our house. Please consider it your house. We know culturally things surround food, so that's why it's a great celebration to have food and be with friends and family. Hopefully you've met up with someone you haven't seen for a long time, and you think of coming to Dandenong Library to meet them in the future again. So welcome, and please enjoy your stay and have a great day. Oh, sorry, one last thing. If you're not already a library member, I'm not letting you leave without becoming a library member. So please come and see staff. Oh, it's free. Yes. Libraries are free. So just come and see staff with some form of ID and make a membership and borrow a book, because I don't want any of these left here. Otherwise, I've got to take them upstairs. Too much work for me. So please borrow a book.
Before we move on, Carmen actually take a couple of groups through the library to sort of show them where that boiling section normally lives. But we've actually got a cake that one of our sponsors, Best Cakes, has donated to us today. So I'd like to grab our distinguished guests to come up for a bit of a photo opportunity. I'd like to extend a special warm welcome to our distinguished guests today. Our members of Parliament, Inga Peulić, Natali Sulejman, City of Greater Dandenong Mayor Jim Memeti, and Aida Hamic, our Secretary of the Australian Union of Bosnian and Hercegovinian Associations. So let's be honest, there's probably a few of you thinking, it's just the language section in the library, why the big deal? Well, it's important for several reasons. The first being that spoken languages are often a key element in one's identity. The Bosnian language has a special sentimental value for all Bosnians around the world. Despite being one of the oldest languages in the Balkans, it is a language that has been frequently subject to nationalistic ideologies that sought to discredit it and still do today. However, the passionate Bosnians around the world have ensured the Bosnian language is internationally recognised, and it's here to stay. The third reason that I'll mention is far deeper. From 1992 to 1995, a large number of members that make up our community today fled Bosnia to escape a horrendous genocide, the indiscriminate, systematic execution of ordinary people, men, women, boys and girls, who had done no wrong but were persecuted simply because of their identity, because they were Bosnian. Fleeing a war-torn nation is the most difficult way to leave your friends, your relatives and your country. Fortunately, we were welcomed to Australia, a nation that embraces multiculturalism. A nation that makes us proud Bosnian Australians. Despite the warm welcomes, our embrace of the Aussie barbecues and our fascination with the cute, yet sometimes intimidating kangaroos, we still had a strong sense of nostalgia for what we'd left behind. A gap, a longing for what was happening in Bosnia, what had changed since we were last there. A worry that our future generations would lose touch with the Bosnian element of their Bosnian Australian identities. Fortunately, organisations like City of Greater Dandenong and Greater Dandenong Libraries lent their support to their proud Bosnian Australian residents and truly embraced the multicultural values of Australia. 23 years ago, our community members, many of whom are here today, including Nehudin Džambegović, Ahmet Selimović, Sead Omerović and others, worked with Greater Dandenong Libraries to establish a Bosnian language section in the Springvale Library, enabling our community to read books, newspapers, magazines in Bosnian.